why God permits someone you love to leave you. When someone enters your life for a reason, it typically happens to fulfill an unfulfilled need you have, either revealed to yourself or others. In actuality, God placed them into your life to guide and support you as you work through a certain challenge, to help you emotionally, physically, or spiritually. They may appear to you as a divine angel's gift, yet they are there for a reason. If they aren't, they will say or do something to break the relationship without any fault on your part or at an unfortunate time. Although it hurts a lot, think that nobody comes into our lives by accident. Even if we can't yet understand it, every person who enters our lives does so for a reason. Sometimes it's difficult to express your attraction to a new acquaintance. You might ask, are there any particular reasons that an individual made your heart start to beat faster? Without a doubt, there is a reason why the two of you found one another interesting. When it comes to the individuals God put into our life and planned for them to be there are no coincidences. Nothing simply occurs. God brings people into our life for a reason, but He also takes them away for a greater cause. Yes, that is accurate. God takes them out for a better and more important reason. It's possible that you formerly dated or were friends with someone who mistreated you, but they also helped you realize that you deserve more. Learning this type of lesson could give you more self-assurance and respect in life, because now you might have an entirely different perspective on relationships and a mindset that never allows you to settle for second best. It will make future connections with people you meet stronger. Yes, it will improve your interactions with new people in the future. Sometimes the people who are in our lives for a short period of time teach us the most. Even though they don't have a permanent place in your story, they are there to give you the most significant lessons. For each person you encounter, there is a purpose. Some individuals enter your life to test you, while others are there to instruct you. There are also instances where people enter your life to take advantage of you, while others do so in an effort to bring out the best in you. Not all good things stay with you, and not all relationships are meant to last. Not every friend will be a buddy for life. You might not always be with your current friends. God will place people in your life for a reason. You need them at that particular point in your life, and if they leave, don't sit at the graveside of what was and weep over what was. If they needed you in the future, they would have stayed. Even if life changes and everything is torn to pieces, hold on to what's left of what you have. It doesn't imply you can't survive just because your life is broken. Stop worrying about the past and focus on the wonderful opportunities ahead of you. You can only be saved by what it is now. What it was cannot save you. Instead of dwelling on what you lost, start making the most of what is still there. God is taking you on a journey that is obviously intended for you, and along the way you will come to some crucial crossroads when your life takes a different turn. At that point, you must choose whether to follow your own route or to follow others as they pursue their own aspirations. Let toxic people get as far away from you as possible, since they are not your friends. They do not ever see the positive side of you. At the very first opportunity that they have, they will step over you. They corrupt your ability to make sound decisions and give you the impression that you can't function well without them. It's time to let go of everyone in your life if you have someone like this. It's essential for women in particular to understand that not every relationship will end in marriage, and that's okay. When a relationship doesn't end in marriage, many people believe that they have sinned against God, but in reality, God was merely trying to prevent you from getting married to the wrong person. According to Matthew chapter 10 verses 11 to 14, whatever town or village you enter, search there for some worthy person and stay at their house until you leave. As you enter the home, give it your greetings, and if the home is deserving, let your peace rest on it. If it is not, let your peace return to you. If anyone will not welcome you or listen to your words, leave that home or town and shake the dust off your feet. If we put God first in whatever we do, He will let us know when our direction is unsafe for us. If you are rebellious and persistent in doing things your way, He will leave you alone and you will have to learn the hard way. We need to realize that God wants the best for us. He does genuinely want the best for you. Verse 11 of Jeremiah chapter 29 reads, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Therefore, it is best to think that God has your best interests in mind. God permits you to date someone you won't marry, among other reasons, because He wants you to grow from your prior experiences. Without any dating encounters, you wouldn't know what kind of spouse you would like to marry when the time comes. When you date, you can learn from your mistakes, better understand who you are, and discover what works and needs improvement. When you don't end up marrying someone you dated, you shouldn't feel depressed. Instead, you should be thankful for the encounter and the lessons that you learned. The act of dating is not sinful. Dating someone you believed you would marry but didn't end up doing so with is not evil. It's okay if you discover that you two were incompatible, and that this isn't the partner with which God wants you to settle down with. I genuinely want you to understand that nobody comes into your life by accident. Even if you cannot yet perceive it, every individual who enters your life does so for a reason. Did someone abandon you when you were in distress? Did they leave you broken and empty? I know that it is upsetting to see loved ones abandon you, especially when you are most in need of them. Yes, some people have the option of walking away from you, and let me tell you this, when they do, let them go. Don't try to convince them to stay with you or love you. Just let them go. It doesn't matter how lovely or drawn you are to them. Let them walk away from you if they can, regardless of whether they did you a tremendous favor in the past or any circumstances. Whatever the cause of the breakup, you have to think it was for the best and that everything works out for the best in the end. Just have faith that everything happens for a reason. Recognize that even if you don't immediately comprehend it, you are always where you need to be at the appropriate times. You'll be happy you did if you simply let them go. Give God space to work. Everything will fall if you are clinging to someone who doesn't belong to you or isn't meant to be in your life. And I am aware that many times it's challenging. It's challenging to accept it because you're terrified of losing someone you care about. But take heart. You can receive God's best when you let go and let Him give His best for you.